Still on the coup in Niger, Ecowas says Niger still has more time to change their mind. That is time to make amends, return the country to its civilian rule, perhaps restore Bazoum. But I don't think that is in the option again, plan to restore Bazoum. Perhaps they should speed up the process of a transition to the civilian government. But this time around, I don't see Bazoum in the picture. So ECOWAS is like, we are still patient with you. You have to do things quickly. Despite the sanctions, the sanction is hitting hard on Niger. And ECOWAS is like, you still have more time to make a change before we come at you. The standby force is still there. And according to ECOWAS, the standby force is not to intimidate Niger, but it's a legitimate thing by ECOWAS. It's just a legitimate thing. And it's like it will be there until all options are exhausted. It's like a last resort. If at the end of the day, the ruling military junta did not do anything, then that force will now, that is what they are trying to say. So to them, Niger still has time to negotiate. But something really happened this evening that I'm going to tell you. Those guys do not give a damn about France. Yes, so they don't give a damn based on what happened this evening. And let me tell you, Bazoum is still in their custody. And ECOWAS should be very careful because anything can happen. With Bazoum there in their hands and ECOWAS attacks, ECOWAS will not find it easy. They might mistakenly, so they have to be very careful. You don't compel the military like that. And you have to also see reasons with them. ECOWAS should be ready to make concessions, not just the ruling junta. Yes, ECOWAS should be ready to make concessions. And you wonder why. Okay, it happened in Burkina Faso, it happened in Mali, and it has happened in one other country in that bloc. Why is it that it's until Niger that ECOWAS choose to act? Is ECOWAS being a puppet of the West? Why the Niger? Why is it that when it came to Niger, they chose to act? We've already discussed that before. Uranium. Uranium is to them like crude oil is to some country. The uranium in Niger is not finished. Until it is finished, their interest will live there. And that is their major interest. Yes. Some of the times, it's not that they like you or they have something, good plans for you. No. Because of their interest, what they want to take. I had that uranium accounts for 30% of France's electricity. So they can't give up on that. Yes, they could be giving that country, the American, some other small benefits that is not equal to what they take. And in the video we did earlier today, we talked about how, where somebody was relieving his mind. He said that he thought the junta in Niger wants a review of what they used to get. The peanuts. They don't want the peanuts again. And that is why you are seeing this coup. And while the junta keep holding Bazoum, they are about to try him for treason. That is to show you too. These guys are rude. They are stubborn. It's like maybe they have settled for whatever happens. They are not afraid of. Yes, ECOWAS is against them now, plus African Union, not just African Union. You know that ECOWAS is backed by the West. The ruling military officers in Niger, the ones that ousted Bazoum through a coup, who do they have apart from Mali and Burkina Faso? So how do they intend to contend with this force? Is it a case of, yes, we are ready to die for this, for what we believe? What is going to happen at the end of the day? Are they also buying time? They said they should be given 3 years to do a proper, work on the constitution and do a transition? Are they trying to buy time? What are they up to? What have they concluded within themselves to do? Can you imagine why they are being asked to leave and to reinstate Bazoum and to release him? They are talking about trying him for treason. He and his family are still there. And they are warning against military intervention. They are even issuing warnings. Hey, somebody will say, it's time. Africa should be free. Africa should be allowed to make decisions for themselves. And the people who has the will in Africa to make such decisions are the military men. Yes, they are the ones that can really, stand up to the challenge. We want reforms in our country. The order of things must be changed. The colonial era has passed. We don't want neocolonialism. If you want to do business with us, the West wants to do business with us, it will be country versus country, and not as, we have ruled you before, we'll be taking these things the way we want, we will install our puppets. And to show you this, okay, some people call them pushists. Depending on how you want to be, some say coup plot, or some say pushes. To show you how desperate they are, they have had an agreement now that Mali and Burkina Faso's forces, military, can enter their territory. Yes, normally you can't enter into somebody's territory like that without permission. Now they have granted them permission, access. In case there is trouble, the Malian soldiers, the Burkina Faso soldiers can just come in and help. They don't need permission again. So they have been activated to walk inside Niger for this purpose of defending the pushists. So these guys do not give a damn. Now, this is the latest. This just happened within hours. They have asked French ambassador in Niger to leave. Why? Because he's not complying. They summoned him for a meeting. He did not make it to the meeting. That stubbornness in somebody's country. Because you feel you have the military might, you are stronger, you can do anything in his country. A country that is independent. A country that you've given independence many years ago. How can in their country you are summoned for a meeting and you won't come? Meanwhile, they gave him 48 hours to leave that country. Those guys do not give a damn. And again, the other reasons why they gave, where they asked France to leave were they freed, they said France troops freed terrorists that were in their captivity. And they also breached their airspace. Niger declared no-fly zone too. They just like Ecowas declared in some part of the country over their skies. They said France breached their skies, airspace, insult upon insult. And if it were you just allow the civilians to remain and be doing dilly-dally with people who are there to exploit you. Anyway, that's the update we have for you. They have asked French ambassador to leave within 48 hours. Within that 48 hours, he will wash his clothes, iron it, and the ones that are yet to be ironed, maybe he will come be said too. And he will pack out of that country. You have to respect us. Again, go and ponder on this. Why is it that the coup has been happening? It was until Niger that they chose to intervene. Ecowas and the West. Ecowas is the puppet of the West. And even African Union is like the puppet of the West. And most of these countries are democratic, countries with democracy. As if democracy is meant from heaven. And even though you want to practice democracy, it's not this African model that we are seeing. The kind we see in Nigeria. No. Or the one we see in Ivory Coast, Cote d'Ivoire. Alassane Ouattara is among those who is saying the pushes must leave. But he amended the constitution and he has come for third term. And if you leave that guy, he will want to rule Cote d'Ivoire forever. And the military should just be sentry and keep watching and, oh, you are doing well, remain there. As if ruling Cote d'Ivoire was meant for his family. Anyway, this is where we draw the curtain on this one. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram for more updates. Bye-bye for now.